still in the chat, can you let me know where we're at as soon as I put on the video, which is there we go. So how is this? Is this a little bit better? Because I can't tell if it's my internet or what. Okay, well, we're gonna see what happens, and I will trust JP to tell me what's going on. I should be okay. I also turned the music off. Hello, how are you? Walter, right? Right. I'm great. Thank you for thanks for following. So I did have some issues with my music. So we are going to just crochet without music today, because my video was being very slow. So welcome, and I'm doing okay. I am okay. I told a half truth. I'm doing okay for the most part, but I am missing people greatly. And yes, this is a crochet stream. I make things Wednesday through Saturday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm in New England in the United States. Wednesdays I work on my bigger projects, my work in progress pile, which is ever growing. Thursdays, like today, I work on little critters, like my little duck here. And today we are making a squid. And so what I'm working on is the tentacles right now. Oh, that's cool. I have something similar, like a hat loom, a circular hat loom. I haven't tried it yet, but my partner assured me that it was the fastest way to do hats. So, when I get around to it, I'll try using it. Yeah. And then let's see. Fridays, I make something for cosplay. We're currently working on the moon wand from Sailor Moon. Okay. So that's where we're at there. And then Saturdays, I work on crocheting scarves for an organization called Hooking for the Homeless. Oh, that's fantastic. That's also super fast. So cool. I am not that fast with hats. And I find that the faster I try to go with crochet, the more mistakes I end up making, and I have to just pull it out and redo it. So I try not to go too fast. So that's how I end up hurting myself. So yeah, I wanted to talk today about things that are cute, things that make us go, "Aw," because we need more of that. And I was just on the Jen's Wild Art channel, and she was drawing a mouse, and it was super cute. And I wanted to, like, pet it and call it George. Most of my hats I donate to cancer units in the hospital. Yeah, this is essentially the same thing, but it's going toward the homeless people here in New Hampshire. So yeah. I have not seen her emotes. Today was the first day that I had watched her stream, but her stream had been recommended to me a couple of times, and I happened to see that Shane was watching, so I popped over before my stream to kind of get my bearings. Um, so yeah, how is the video, by the way? Because I can't tell if it's if the video is up to par or not. Otherwise, you can just listen to me talk. I'm good at the talking thing. Um, so yeah, I did have to go out today to go and fill my meds and grab some survival food. And by survival food, I mean things that are not good for me. Um, it drops frames here and there, but no big deal. Okay, cool. Um, yeah. So I went out. I got myself my meds. I got some candy because um, I'm a little bit of a sugar fiend. And then just came home and decompressed for a while. Um, because I finally have audio work again, and I'm trying to make sure that when I start doing the audio work, that I'm calm and collected and paying full attention. Oh, thank you so much for the host. I appreciate that. Um, so yeah, there's quite a bit of when I went to a pharmacy that has all of those kitschy little Easter presents, but nobody else was in the store except for like the people who worked there. So I just walked around and looked at everything for a little bit just to stretch my legs, and ended up, like I said, getting some gummy bears, getting some crisps or chips, depending on where in the world you are. What is my favorite yarn company? That is a good question. It depends on what the project is. Um, if I am doing some some scarves that should be nice and soft um, and luxurious, I like the Unforgettable um, series from Red Heart. Um, Man, I am not doing so well on this one stitch. Uh, for blankets, I'm currently using a Bernay crushed velvet yarn for a blanket for a friend of mine. It honestly comes down to touch and feel, um, and how much it is. My absolute favorite for colors is the Karen cakes. I love those. I like those self-striping colors. Um, yeah, that's those are the ones that come off the top of my head. Now, I've had this particular yarn for a very long time, and just never knew what to do with it. So, but it seemed like it might be appropriate for this project. And then my friends voted on it. Let's see here. Lionheart makes the most yarn that will go into my machine. Okay. And Lionheart is good too. They're just sometimes out of my price point. Or just I don't like the feel of them. And it all depends on what I'm trying to do. I know I have used Lion Brand for a couple of things, but not very much. Okay. So, for those of you who are new to the stream, I am Spence, and this is Maynard. He is my first little critter that I made, and he is a mallard. So he's Maynard the mallard. Um, and yeah, this is what I do to relax and work on projects because I need dedicated time to do things, and since I like watching other people crafting and stuff, why wouldn't people want to watch me? You know what I mean? There are also yarn shops that have some good clearance stuff. Oh, yeah. I used to live down in Massachusetts, in Western Massachusetts, where they have Webs, which is a great store, and I did at one time splurge on yarn there. And I ended up using that yarn for um what did I end up using that yarn for? I don't recall, but I was super excited to do it. The other thing you can do is um, Goodwill and Savers and things like that. They will sometimes have yarn from people's yarn stashes. Um, Estate sales and garage sales will have them too. Um, and sometimes if you go to Goodwill or something like that, and they have a cashmere sweater that looks awful, but the yarn looks cool, you can go to Goodwill and undo the yarn, and then poof, you have cashmere yarn. 5, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So this is the last of the regular tentacles. Hey, Shane. Yeah, and it really depends on what is available in your area. Um, so I have stores that I will and I won't go to as well, for various reasons. Um, so you know, to each their own. As long as they, well, no, I'm not even going to get into that because it's not what we're here for. We're here for a little bit of space to be creative. Um, so yeah, no music today because I think the music was slowing down everything, and I had a bunch of other um, screens open. So I closed a lot of that down. So hopefully that's helping with the bit rate, um, and not dropping too many frames. Fingers crossed, all right? So yeah, this is the last of the regular tentacles, or legs, I should say. They are technically legs. And then the front two arms are the tentacles. Now, this pattern calls for me to do little um, puff balls at the end of the tentacles. I'm not going to do that because the little pom poms, they are, for me, a pain in the butt to make. I might make them at some point, but not right now. I don't have the equipment. So yeah, other things that make me go aw, because that's kind of where we were going. Because these little guys are cute. Um, I have a niece and 4 nephews, and one of my favorite things is when my sister or my sister-in-law um, will post videos of their kids just doing and saying silly things. One time my niece was dressed up all in a witch's outfit, and they said, "Look, I'm just like Auntie Ore," which is what they called me. And I was stunned into silence and cried a little bit because that made me very happy. Me and my little witchy heart. Two, nope, three, four. Okay, so Walter is giving us things that make you go, aw. Red pandas, koalas, kangaroos, sleeping cats. Oh my god, especially sleeping cats. Mine is currently all hopped up on catnip and sleeping behind me. So if you hear random snores, it's him. Um, I there's an Animal Planet thing that they were doing called Too Cute, where they were following litters of animals as they were growing up, and yeah, it it was the best for some of the darkest days. I might actually have to watch those again. So Walter, what do you do for creativity? And Shane, how is your project going? And I know JP has been using all of his creative power to keep his children entertained. So there's that. Watched every episode of Too Cute. Honestly, I write crappy songs. Like on purpose, or your self critic tells you that they're not good? I write terrible filks sometimes. Yeah, so you may think it's terrible, but it might just be what somebody else needs to hear, you know? So keep creating. Maybe you'll make something that you like and then you share. And then other people get to hear stuff that you like that you've made. Literally, Maynard is the only thing that I've been happy that I've made. He's the cutest, and he was an experiment. And if anyone in family read through that, well, that's because it's a one-sided conversation. It's like my roommates, when they hear me talking on the microphone, they're only hearing my half of the conversation, which can get kind of weird when I'm playing role-playing games. Um, yeah. Thankfully, the rest of this week, I'm just doing this crochet thing. I might be having a video chat with my sister and her boys later this week. And then um and then playing Pathfinder on Sunday over on the Penny for a Tale channel. But that's so I have 8 straight days of streaming. This is day um Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Nope. Nope. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm on day 8 and I'm going till Sunday. So there's that. One of them is called Christmas Necklace. So you can guess what that entails. Sure. I was going to come out with a smartass remark, and then I realized that I had decided to keep this channel as clean as possible. That way, if people wanted to watch with their children, they could. Um, so yeah, there's that. Like, I'm not making this for kids. I'm generally not doing a tutorial except for tiny projects. Um, but I also don't want to cut people off from holding space. And I keep saying holding space, but really that's what's important to me. That's what my goal is for this stream, is to just hold space for people to be creative. And if they want to watch me and join me, that's awesome too. That's why I always use free patterns for the stream, so that anybody who wants to try and make the same thing I'm making can find the pattern easily. All right, so that is all 8 of the regular legs. So now, ooh, you just found a lovely dark green yarn. Dark green is my favorite, absolute favorite color. So that makes me happy that you found it. I am going to put my music on, but I'm going to put it on super low, and hopefully that doesn't break anything. If that works, that'd be awesome. All right, so now we've got 8 of those. Now we do the 2 long tentacles, which we're doing. Okay, so 42 is what we're getting to. Do it. I love that. I love also that you're saying, I'm gonna make a hat. And that's totally how I would say things. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. All right. Okay, so this one is essentially the same as the ones that I was just doing. It's just 10 more stitches, which is great. I like it when patterns are super easy. So if you can hear the music is from Kemet McLeod over at Incompetech.com. He has a whole giant library of royalty-free music, and I've been using it for a long time. Let's see. I also sew and was going to try to make pants. Yeah, I need to try to make pants as well, because my partner has a great easy pattern for some stupid floofy pants, and it's like super easy to do. I just haven't gotten down to do it, but they're like drawstring pants. They look like pirate pants. And I know the other half of Fibermancers for Hire, Val, she is sewing a bunch of masks for the hospital. but she doesn't use a sewing machine, so she hand sews everything. Then she's going to wash it and bring it to the, send it into the hospital. Because she's good people like that. Partner. Yeah, so I kind of alluded to both of them. So I am a non-binary, polyamorous, bisexual person, and I have a girlfriend and a partner who is also non-binary, and yeah. So unfortunately, my new partner and I started seeing each other right before the lockdown happened, or the shelter in place order happened, and yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough. And I will stand on my soapbox for 5 seconds and say, everybody knows about each other. Everybody's cool with each other. We all have open lines of communication so that, if jealousy pops up, it can be addressed. And now I step down. Because now we're getting into the more meditative part. Although it's not going to be super meditative for me because I've got this long tentacle and then the other one, and then we're going to get into the body. And I haven't looked at the pattern yet. I don't know much about any of this. My best friend is non-binary, and all I got was pronouns as they, them. Essentially, that's what you need to know. There's a long spectrum between male and female, and a lot of people feel like they're somewhere in that in between. And every person's experience is different. So the best thing that you can do as a good friend is just be like, okay, what are your pronouns? Your pronouns are they, them? Great. I am going to work that in as much as I can and try to work on it. And as long as you correct yourself, and you're trying, that's all we can ask for, is the effort. And the rest of it is not really that important. But I do talk about both my girlfriend and my partner. And yes, they know about each other, and yes, they are two different people. So yeah. Anyway, so let's see here. I have new people on. I have new people watching. So what else can I tell you about myself? So I am by day a caretaker for my roommate. He has memory issues, and that's where we're going to leave it. He talks about it all the time, but yeah. The mind is a funny thing, and it gets super stressful when it starts to go. And then I am also an audiobook editor and proofreader. What that means is that I listen to what the narrator has recorded and make sure that it matches with the text. So I usually do that super late at night. I'm definitely a night owl. And yeah, let's see here. I've been trying to come up with a non-binary name. They're leaning towards is Sia. Oh, okay. Oh, you've been trying to help them come up with a name. Well, that is a very personal thing. My name actually stems from my surname, Spencer. When I was in the military, everybody called me Spence. when then I got out of the military, uh, I went into college and I started doing radio, and I was DJ Spence because I just carried it over. And I had a whole bunch of different names that I went through trying to find the right one over the course of my lifetime before I even knew what non binary was, before I had a vocabulary for all of it. But Spence is the one thing that really worked, that really set well. And it's taken my dad a long time to get used to it because it's his last name. But it's the one that fits me well. And so when your friend finds the name that they're going to settle on, they may actually go through several different names before they find the right one. Sia is a great one though, or is it Kai? I don't know. No, Kai would be AI, not IA. And the other thing is, their name may sound like it belongs to a specific gender. And the honest truth is that oh, so it's Kai. Okay. So Kai reminds me of the story of the Snow Queen. And there were these two children who saw her who saw her sled as it was going by, and she desperately longed for a child of her own. And one of the shards of ice that came off of her sled hit a boy named Kai in the heart, and so his best friend had to go and save him. But it's a, you know, I don't remember fully how the story goes because it's been a long time since I read it, but it is the story that Frozen was originally based off of. It's a Hans Christian Andersen story. But yeah, your friend may go through many different names, and the fact of the matter is that that's okay. It's a-okay, because like time and water and memories, it all flows. It flows and changes, and it's not their experience is not wrong. It's just a twist on their birth name. Awesome. That will probably make it easier for the family to adjust. That's great. Don't mind me, I get super philosophical sometimes. Especially once the meditation music comes on. Then forget it. You get you get this very pensive side of me. Alright. So that's one long tentacle. Now we need to do one more, and then we can start working on the body. We'll work on that body. Let's see. So it was 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. Here we go. Are their family moving away, or are they moving with their family, um, or not? I'm actually gonna put tentacles to the side. Sure, go ahead and ask me odd questions. I generally tell people that they can ask me anything. I do like that I have people chatting with me. That's kind of awesome. So while I wait for your question, I don't know. I don't know what I want to say before I'm waiting for your question. When in public, what restroom do I use since I don't? That is a great question. If there is a non-gendered bathroom available, I prefer to use that one. But since I present very much as female, I tend to use the female restroom. Um, and that's just my answer. Other people have their own answers, or yeah, it's an okay question, and everybody's experience and comfort level is different. Now, when I lived in the Netherlands, I just went in whatever bathroom had the shortest line. It made no difference to me. One, two, three, four. Okay. And now we go down the other side. I might run out of yarn before. Oh no! Well, do you have another yarn that's similar weight and feel that you could maybe attach? That's generally what I end up doing. I'll probably just do a black top. I mean, that's a good fallback plan. Um, so one of the fun things that I am going to do today, because I've mentioned on the stream, I have a bunch of yarn that is very scratchy, and it's not good for dolls or anything. It's mostly good for making bags. And so that's what I usually use to stuff my little critters. But today I am going to be using a bunch of the black that I have because I only have a small amount and they're all different weights. And I thought it would be really cute for the squid to have black inside since it squirts black ink. So that's a good policy to have black on hand at all times. I recently did. Have you seen the pattern of the cat that barfs up a rainbow? I decided. Well, no, I got a commission to do that one, which I'm probably going to bring onto the work in progress stream next week, so that I can finish it. It's all the little detail parts, and I procrastinate on it. Yes, the Nyan cat. So I went and bought a full skein of all the different colors that I needed. So now I have a lot of those colors. So I will probably be making rainbow everything. There is a virus shawl that I want to make. Like, I know it sounds awful, but the pattern that is called virus is really pretty, and I found a video to show me how to do it, so I'm hoping that I can pick that up. If you're wondering, I'm YouTube taught. I learned how to crochet on YouTube. Well, not. Was watching YouTube videos. Alrighty. So yeah, part of my problem with that Nyan cat is that I ran out of yarn for the cat when I was more than halfway done with it. So I ended up doing a new cat, but I did it in black. So now I have to work through, okay, what color are the eyes going to be now? What color is the whiskers going to be? All that good stuff. Okay, we're almost done with this last tentacle. Then we can get to the interesting bit. And I can use my row counter. Ha ha ha. Okay, and we snip an extra long tail because we're going to need it to attach to the bottom of the squid. And I like that this pattern actually names the squid and names it Hubble, like the Hubble telescope. So we're sticking with it. There's that. Alright. Tentacles. Done. So now, let's see here. Alright, so, magic ring. All right. Let me get a long piece. Yeah, this one will do. Oh, too long. Hang on. Am I also a space nerd? Explain what you mean by space nerd, because that can be taken a couple of different ways. I enjoy the images that I find on NASA, but I am not sciencey in the least. I the only science I was any good at was chemistry, and that's because I liked setting things on fire. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue working in around using a running stitch marker. Got it. Sure, I would love to see some fun space facts. I do want to note that octopi and squids are so very unlike most the rest of Earth's creatures that they are probably aliens. That's not a fact, that's just a hypothesis. Okay. So we are now on row 2. Yeah. Okay, so single crochet increase 4 times. Got it. Two, three, four. Okay. Oh, come on. The first one is always the hardest. Nope. NASA technically nuked Jupiter when we crashed the satellite with a nuclear reactor into it because it would have been too dangerous to have tried to bring it back through the atmosphere. Interesting. I did not know that. Hopefully there was no life on Jupiter that was wiped out by that. It's only mildly troubling. Alright, I'm going to start this one over again. Because I don't like it. Actually, what I'll do... No, I'll suck it up and do the magic ring. I hate magic rings. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, magic rings, they look great. But they are just a pain in the tuchus. Oh, and now I've got a knot in there, so it's not going to work. Good job, Spence. Goodbye. Okay. Third time's the charm. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. So probably not. It is a gas planet and there isn't much of a place to be. Huh. All right, here we go. One. Oopsie. Forgot to put the marker thread in. Okay. One, two. Here we go. Now we're cooking with grease. Two. It's snowing where you are? Where are you? I was gonna say, we've been having rain and it could get cold enough to snow, but because I mean, we still have some old snow outside. All right. So there's that. Now we are on row 3. Oh, Colorado Springs. Very nice. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is the right one. So we will bring the marker stitch over here. Okay. Single crochet, increase 2 times 2 single crochet. Okay. It's probably to get that flattish shape. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then single crochet, single crochet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet, and single crochet. Alrighty, and then we move that over there, and we're on row 4. Single crochet, increase 2 times, and then 4 in between. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, single, 2, 3, 4, oh, sorry, Colorado springtime. Got it. I mean, I like winter. I like it mostly because there are less bugs. And you can always put more clothes on, but you can't, you know, Summer is my least favorite season because you can only take off so many clothes before you have the police called on you. 1, 2. Three and 4. Alrighty. That we are on row 5. And so basically the same deal, except there's 6 in between our 2 increases. So increase 1, increase 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just take the skin off. You won't have to experience heat for much longer. Yeah, well, I'm I do like living, and I like living with my skin, so I will stay in New England and deal with my skin. Thanks. I appreciate the note. 4, 6. Okay. Now we have to scroll down. Make sure that the squid's body is starting to take shape. It is flat. Increases with the increases of row 5 on either side. Make sure that the stitches are right facing. This is the correct orientation of the body. Okay. I like summer because in summer my job will let me read almost all day. That's awesome. I'm kind of liking that I can listen to audiobooks a lot. As you can tell by me reading a lot of this stuff aloud, I learn better. I learn better if I'm hearing the instructions than reading them. That's better. Need to put my compression glove on. Okay. So row 6, we do 20 single crochet. One. And that should be all the way around, so that's fine. You're busy from 9 to 10:30 and then almost nothing for the rest of the day. What do you do, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, I'm kind of lucky in that my job is listening to audiobooks and making corrections. So I get to listen to a lot of audiobooks. work in a warehouse, motorcycle shop. Oh, cool. I used to work in a shop like that I was a temp worker there, and basically I was writing up the orders. But I think what that company was building was like um, machine parts for special contractors. I did not stay there long because the environment was not really good. All right, so we are on row 7. We're going to do a single crochet decrease. So we're going to do that and that and pull through all 3. And then get in there. Yeah, I was good at the service writing part. What had happened was that the CEO was, I don't know if he was just having a bad month or what, but like every single day he was throwing things, yelling things, and all this other stuff. And like, you know, I got out of the military so I didn't have to deal with that stuff. I did not want to be in that environment, so I asked to be placed somewhere else. That, and they did not appreciate my fun colored hair or my tattoos, and I had to have my tattoos covered. Oops, I forgot to count. All right. So there's 1, 2. That's 1, 2. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Currently pink. Oh, that's cool. My hair is going from green to purple, so green up at the roots and purple down on the ends. I use the Overtone conditioner for brown hair, so it just deposits the color. See how many people I have to tell. 1. Three, 4, 5. I had purple last year, and are you saying shear your hair, cut your hair? All right, so now row 8. So 1. Oh, you dye your hair once a year. Got it. Don't worry about it. I'm usually good at reading Taiwanese. So, we're all on here just to have a good time anyway, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. We're on row 9. And, my friends, it is time to drink some water. Where's my water bottle? There you are. So as I mentioned before, I was in the military, and in basic training, they would have us stop, and they would yell, "Drink water," and all of us had to take a knee and drink the water from our canteens. And it's really important, especially when it's colder and we don't necessarily think about drinking water or drinking something hydrating. So that is my little reminder to you, because I do it too. All right, row 9. Here we go. Oh, that is the tail that's supposed to be inside. Here we go. 1, decrease, and then 6 single crochet. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then decrease. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alrighty. This is powder that you put in the water and makes it 3 times more hydrating, and it works for me. Is that like the liquid IV that I've heard about? Because I have heard about something like that. Yeah, I'm a little skeptical of those. But if it works for you, hey, go for it. I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of tea. And I drink a lot of seltzer. So yeah, that's how I generally stay hydrated. And yeah, the reason I have to stay hydrated is because I do talk a lot. So you're just learning about me. So I will give you my whole spiel of what I do real quick as soon as I finish recounting. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. So not only am I a crocheter, not only do I sell some of my crochet on the website that you see in front of my hands, I am a podcaster. I am on Petty for a Tale, which is a tabletop role-playing game channel on Twitch. I am on Game School for TSR Podcast Network. I am on Nostalgia Pilots, where we talk about anime. We talk about the Gundam Wing series. We are currently on Gundam Wing 8th MS unit. And, yeah. Let's see here. Since my entire dad's side of the family... Oh. I can see that. I mean, that's why I have compression gloves. For when I've done too much, but crochet is life. And so I keep going. Okay. Row 11. We are increasing again. Got it. Ah, okay. So drinking that liquid IV stuff that helps you out with oh sure. So you're going to be right back. So we are single crochet increasing, 2 single crochet. We do that 4 times. So that's 1. And then increase. One, 2. Okay, so that's 2. Increase. 1, 2. And increase. 1 and 2. All right, and we are on 12. So this one is all single crochet all the way around. I was in the Army. My mom was in the Army. My dad's parents were in the Army. My dad was in the Navy. And my mom's parents were in the Navy. So there's a long lineage of military service in my family. I did not serve very long. I ended up getting hurt. I ended up hurting my back pretty bad. So they sent me home. But that's okay. I'm mostly okay. My back still gives me problems sometimes, and I go for, well, I can't go for it now, but I usually go for massage or physical therapy. But right now, all of those practices are suspended. So there's that. 14. So we're doing an increase and then 3 single crochet. So increase, and 1, 2, 3, and increase, 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3. So with regards to your question, I am okay. I can't wear heels very well anymore, if I wanted to. And I just have to be more aware of my posture, and I can't do like heavy lifting or anything like that. But otherwise, I am totally able to function. Okay, and 14, another row of straight single crochet. We got this. Try not to put the hook through the marker, because that would be bad when we have to pull the marker out. So are you done with the hat? Did you finish, did you get it finished? Awesome. I'm glad it looks pretty good. I'm sure whoever gets it will enjoy it greatly, because green is the best color. Let's just put that out there. Green is the best color. I guess I should say in my opinion, and Maynard's opinion. Well, black is the absorber of all colors. It's technically not a color from the scientific point of view. But also black is super utilitarian, or not utilitarian. Well, maybe that is the right word. It can be used in so many aspects. I've had to work really hard to make black not the main color of my wardrobe. Alrighty, 15. So we're going to do an increase. And then 1, 2. See, if my mom were here, she would say, no, no, no. Purple is the best color. And I enjoy purple too, but not as much as I enjoy green. Green always makes me happy. It's like, ooh, spring is coming. Oops. I did it again, man. Alright, so increase 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is why I need to pay attention. Oh, I gave up on that a long time ago. I have 3 shirts that aren't black, and one of them is for work, another dress shirt, and the yellow one. Yeah, since I started working for myself, I don't have to wear the work clothes, but I was getting to the point where most of my stuff was black, and I was noticing that I was kind of depressed about it. So I consciously went and looked for color. Alright, and we got an increase. I am going to pay attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. So I know we're not going to get through the entire pattern today, because I only crochet for about 2 hours on stream. So what I think I'm going to do is do a couple more rows, and then I'm going to call it. Because, yeah, so I got 20 more minutes. And then I'll just put the rest of this aside and we'll work on it some more next week. Or if I decide to finish it in my spare time, I will post pictures on my Instagram and we'll go from there. Because there is also a spider that I want to work on. Oh, hey, I should mention this because I promised I would. My friend T Morris, who is on Twitch at the T Monster, he is doing a fundraiser for No Kid Hungry. And they are providing food for families in need, especially with children, during this crisis. And so, if you feel so inclined and you have a couple dollars to spare, please consider donating. Every dollar provides 10 meals, so it goes a long way. And that is my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. I would too. Actually, I had some money left over last week, so I did donate like $10 toward it. But you know, I post these up on YouTube after I stream most of the time. So you know, this is also for people who might watch this later. And the whole reason I'm using his link instead of one for myself is that I didn't feel like duplicating efforts. He'd already done the work to set it up, and he is far more eloquent than I am. So I was kind of like, yeah, I'll share your link. No problem. No problem. I do want to make another parrot at some point on the critter stream, because I gave my parrot away. And I think Maynard needs another feathered friend. Alrighty. Next. Okay, that must be at the top of the page. 17, single crochet increase. And I thought that said 55 instead of 5 single crochet. Wow, okay. Hi, I'm awake. I promise. 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I swear I thought I heard snoring, and I was like, where's my cat? But he is not in here. Unless he is in my closet, which is entirely possible, because he likes to hang out in there, especially since today he has not been the best of kitties. I mean, cat snores are adorable, except when they are very loud or when I'm trying to record. Because sometimes I do record audio for other people, and then I will get the cat snores, or the cat will come in and meow at me while I'm recording, going, hey, you're not paying attention to me. I'm like, oh yeah, man. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So then we increase. I live with an old man with sleep apnea, so I know exactly what that sounds like. Actually, so my 2 roommates are father and son, and it's really funny because their rooms are right across the hall from each other, and the bathroom is in the middle. So I will go upstairs, and it's like I'm hearing dueling banjos, but in snores, like their call and response. It's kind of funny. Okay. Alrighty, what is 18? 18 through 23 is single crochets all the way around. Sweet. I'm down for that. Come on. Get in there. So now comes the part where I don't have to pay attention except when I get to the new row. Because I've had times where I'll just be chatting away and start a new row, don't even think about it, and don't note that I've done that row. And then my count is completely off. And what I was using before I found this row counter thing that I've got up at the top of the screen, I was just using a regular counter, but it was really hard to see. Don't mind me, sometimes I do go quiet and into like a meditative state when especially when I'm doing a long set of the same thing over and over again. But if you have more questions or you want to chat about a certain topic, you're more than welcome to put it in the chat. I will definitely see it. I do think it's kind of smart how this layout was set up, because one of the things that always frustrates me is when I'm doing a pattern for a critter and it says do all this, now do all the little extra things. Now I have to do all the extra things instead of I want to put it together now that I've finished it. Next time I donate hats, I'll have like 30. Why are send and backspace next to each other? I don't know. Okay, so. Yeah. So that is our link for the Tea Monsters charity thingy. I do like Nightbot. I'm glad I have that set up. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to have all the notes in the description area, as well as the link for this pattern. I will always do free patterns on this channel so that you can hook along with me. I may make a couple of exceptions for paid patterns if if the person who makes them gives me a code, so that people who watch the channel can have a code to get the pattern for free. But I don't think that's going to happen just yet. I'm not that popular yet. Maybe someday. That's all right. I am going to be finishing up here in about 7 minutes. But thank you so much for keeping me company today. That was awesome. It was awesome to have you with me. Actually, since I know I have 7 minutes left, let me transition to this song, because I like this song a lot. Oh my goodness, so it was the second most pointless email today. I wonder what the first most pointless was. Gotcha. Okay, well, hey, at least it's something you didn't have to take action on. All right, so since I'm finishing up the stream now, I do want to say thank you to everybody who's in the chat. So, is it Walter? I'm just going to say Walter for now until you correct me. JP and Shane, thank you for being in the chat. Thank you to my dad, Papa Spence, for being a Patreon supporter. And thank you to all of you watching on YouTube. If you like the channel, if you like what I'm doing, just Walter, great. If you like the channel, you know, and you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I do these hook-alongs every Wednesday through Saturday at 5 p.m. A different theme every day. So, you know, and like I said, I will always share the patterns that I'm working on so that you can hook along with me if you choose. What else? Thanks to Kevin MacLeod for his awesome royalty-free music to keep me company. If you would like to be a Patreon Patreon backer, you can go to patreon.com/Resonant Moon. And I have several different tiers with cool perks, such as getting to choose a pattern for me to do, getting a little fun companion to be sent to you. I even do tarot readings, so there's that. Okay, so I've plugged myself. Yeah, because I forget to do that sometimes. And hopefully Instagram will let me post a picture later today with however much of this I get done over the next few days. Tomorrow we're going to be going back to the Sailor Moon Crescent Moon wand, which I'm excited to do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and also to Saturdays Hooking for the Homeless. So again, don't forget to drink water, be kind to yourself, make space for your creative passions, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.